What's going on, everybody? It's your pal Burrito Johnson coming at you with a movie review, or I guess I wouldn't call it an unboxing. I just kind of just a quick look, maybe. In other words, when I say quick, it probably would be 25 minutes. I'm joking. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Quick history, as I say, quick as possible. Arrow Video is quickly becoming one of my favorite, probably my top two kind of, things to collect, movies to collect and stuff. As you can see at the top, a little blurry, I know. I have mostly Criterion movies that I've been collecting over the years. The top obviously is my box set. I got the Godzilla one, Gamera right next to it. I got Bergman, Varda, Fellini. So I have all that stuff. So I've been collecting. As you can see at the very bottom, as I move a little bit, I basically have, can't move around Lynch, man. Lynch is gonna stay, and then you got Baby Yoda in there somewhere, or what's his real name now? I don't know. Whatever. I got David. Twin Peaks took a big chunk of it, and then at the bottom here, not at the bottom, kind of in the middle, I have almost a whole row of Arrow videos. Most of these are this section is box sets that most of them I got from the UK. Zavi will have like Zavi or whatever the heck you say, will have sales. I think most of these I got from the buy one get one that they'll randomly had, so I'll get like a few boxes. Luckily, they've arrived from the UK, not damaged or anything. It'll take about a week or so. They'll get here, shipped or air mailed or whatever, and then it keeps going. I don't have a lot of those because they don't typically go on sale that much. So they're always kind of, you're looking at $30 to $40 unless you find some used. I've been lucky to find some used. I found some box sets that have been, brand new for a pretty decent price that scalpers aren't going to try to sell it to you for about $100 or $200. So today I wanted to talk about Tremors. The light is kind of going with the theme of the box. That's how I try to set it. I think I've been successful. Tremors box set. This is the 4K, the 4K ultra high def whatever version. They released the Blu-ray version as well. Same everything. Nothing really has changed except the format. So of course I had to get the 4K. Kind of got to rock out the new TV. But yeah. Arrow Video doesn't disappoint. I love when they release stuff like this and these kind of hard shell box sets. It's kind of already expanded with all the amount of crap that this comes with a lot of stuff. So it's already kind of stuffed to the brim with a poster, a booklet, and all that stuff. But yeah, Tremors. They announced this at some point last year, and I pre-ordered it through Diabolique DVD as soon as I could. And I haven't had and it got here about a month ago. I think it's been about a month. No problem. Mine was delayed about a day or two. I was because of how, the holidays and everybody's backed up. This was sent through snail mail, but it got here on time. Other people's were delayed days, sometimes weeks. I'm still seeing on the Facebook groups that I've joined that people are barely getting theirs in America. I'm pretty sure the UK. Since Arrow Video is UK based, right? I'm sure they have no problem sending it over there. But yeah, 4K version. This comes with a little sticker that I rarely try to take off because it has all the information that I like to kind of stick there. So it gives you all the stuff. So what this comes with, before I even open it up, is you're getting the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Special Edition. And there's quite a few special edition content on the actual 4K disc itself. Typically, when they release a movie, they'll just have just the movie on the 4K disc and the extra and the special features on the Blu-ray, along with the movie. This one actually has a new 4K restoration on it from the original negatives, approved by Ron Underwood, the director, and the DP, Alexander Grozinski. I hope I'm saying that right. 60-page booklet, new writings, essays, and stuff like that. A fold-out double-sided poster with original and newly commissioned artwork by Matt Frank. There you go. Hey, that's his last name is my first name. Small fold-out double-sided poster featuring new Graboid X-Ray by Matt Frank. 6 double-sided postcard-sized lobby card production art cards. Okay. Limited edition packaging with reversible sleeve and original and newly commissioned artwork by Matt Frank. And the other disc on this is Blu-ray, which is going to have all the new stuff and all archived special features from previous releases that they usually do. Now, when you pick up if you pick up the 4K version, there's only a 4K version movie in here. You're not going to get the 4K version, and then on the second disc is going to be the Blu-ray version. No, the Blu-ray version is going to be the same situation. It's only going to be a Blu-ray version movie, and I think the Blu-ray version of special features. So I know a lot of people were kind of confused because nowadays 4K movies about 95% of the time come with a Blu-ray version of that movie and a digital code. The Arrow doesn't typically do digital codes, I don't think. From just kind of the artwork is awesome. Just kind of looking outside without even taking anything out is pretty cool. You got all this stuff at the bottom, not rated, all that stuff. So let me start opening it. Towards the end, I'll kind of give my thoughts on the picture quality, sound quality, all that stuff. Here's the 4K disc. First thing you open, kind of same thing as the artwork. I really dig it. And then you got the bonus disc, which is the special features. Let me see what we got here. You got your typical Arrow insert. You got Walter Chang's. You got Walter Chang's coupon, 50% off if you guys ever want to stop there and shop at Walter Chang's. Postcards. They all have kind of the same, you got the Graboid at the back. Postcards, there you go. I'll go through each one of them. Pretty cool. Like, this thing is just stuffed. Sorry, I didn't mean to cover Kevin's bacon. Fred Ward in there. You got that. Oh, man. The guy getting eaten. That was a cool part. Back when I think they did their own stunts, right? There was no CGI back then. That's a cool shot. And of course, you got so I'll show you what ooh. City of Perfection, established 1902, population 14. And then on the other side, you got the X-ray or the anatomy of the Graboid. Even says it has an anus down there somewhere, so it's pooping everywhere. I'll put this aside here. Well, let's do the booklet. I like doing the booklet. The booklet's pretty sweet. You got the new art cover, the new art on the front, and then you got the old in the back, and then you just kind of have writings, essays. You got Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon. Well, fuck you, right? Is that the right movie? I think I'm saying that right. Wonderful Reba McEntire. I didn't realize it was her until much later on. So you got all this stuff. It's 60 pages of just awesome information about one of my favorite movies growing up. I used to watch this movie as a kid. It used to scare the crap out of me that there was worms that could be big ass worms living beneath us and can pop out any second. I missed it in theaters because I was maybe 8 in 1990, and they would play the edited version. Not much to edit, really. I think instead of, they would just dub the FU and stuff like that. So here's the poster, double-sided. So you got the original artwork, or the original poster, I guess, that came out, Tremors. That's really, really cool. And then you got the new commission by Matt Frank. Really dig it. I don't know what I'm going to do with these posters. I have the special editions, the same type through Arrow of RoboCop and Waterworld, both which I found after it was out of print. Randomly just found these at a vinyl shop. Those type of shops, Zia Records, stuff like that, where they kind of just I found that there, brand new, nothing. It hadn't been open or anything, so I've been lucky on that point. Ever since I missed out on some awesome box sets like the Werewolf in London that came out a couple years ago or last year. Missed out on that one. They just announced the steelbook version that's going to come in kind of the same thing like this. So they limited to 500, and I was able to secure one through Diabolique. I think there still might be some available still. Don't miss out on this one. If you're kind of a collector like I am, or starting out, like I am, this is, I think these are still in the wild. You're able to find these on Amazon for like $37. Once these run out, once they sell out, they're not going to make any more. Arrow's notoriously just makes out a big old batch, and then after this sells, they'll start just releasing the normal a version that it just be kind of like this, just like kind of like just a single. It'll just be like the single case version. It won't come with the box. It won't even come with a booklet if I'm not mistaken. Arrow's starting to delve into a little bit more of the 4K versions of some of this, which I think Pitch Black was their first one. So I'm really, really excited that they've done this. Picture quality. It looks fantastic. HDR, like I said, it's a new digital transfer from the original negatives that they went through, and it's probably did a 4K scan on it, and it looks great. There's still grain on it. There's a lot of grain. They didn't clean up that part like they did in Back to the Future. That's literally, as soon as I'm done making a video of this, I'm jumping over to Back to the Future. You're probably going to see the same shirt. So there is going to be grain. There's different sound modes. I think they have the original, and then they did a new one. I'm just trying to go through. Yeah, they think there's like a mono, all that stuff. So they did a few. There's DTS. I'm just trying to see what they've. Oh, here we go. It is though. It is. So this has Dolby Vision. I originally thought this did HDR10. That's why I was like, wow, this really looks like the Dolby Vision. The HDR10 on this pops. Like the blood from the graboids, like really, really look good. The coloring looked great. This movie has never looked better, and it's saying something for a movie that came out in 1990. So yeah, this has a remastered DTS track. And then they have the original 2.1 stereo and a 2.0 stereo and a 4.0 surround, and remix 5.1 surround audio options. So there's a bunch of audio options. I just watched what default setting it was, and it sounded fine. It was basically my little sound bar, and my I don't have a Atmos Dolby 21.5 setup or whatever like a lot of these people do, but I have a little sound bar and a subwoofer off to the side, and it sounded great. The definitely was some boom in there. Yeah, it looks great. Still some, like I said, still some film grain, so it's not going to be completely like they didn't go in there and like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. That's another one I'm doing in 4K. So yeah, expect to see film grain in here, but it still looks fantastic. It's never looked better. It's never sounded better. The special, there's tons. It's like a little bit of features and like a ton of features in the Blu-ray and on the 4K. There's a ton of stuff on the 4K. They also have a documentary that they filmed last year that has like Kevin Bacon and stuff like that, and Michael Gross. Not Reba. I wish Reba was there. So the writer, the director shows up, and like you could genuinely tell that these guys had a blast making this movie, and it shows. And they kind of go through where like they were really heartbroken that this movie wasn't successful when it first came out, because it really wasn't. But they kind of found new life on video rentals like Blockbusters, Hollywood Update, and stuff like that. And that's kind of why we got those 19,000 sequels that it's going to this day. I think Jamie Kennedy's in it now. And I think Michael Gross has been in all of them. I don't know. I haven't seen past the second one. I think at one point they go back. There's a Wild Wild West version where they battle the graboids, which I'm kind of interesting. I'll probably end up grabbing like they sell them in all there's a box set with all of them, all 30 of them, that I want to check out. But there, it's really cool to see all that. And then they have like the making of the you know the prosthetics and the visual effects, the special effects. There's nothing digital about it, man. Everything was done. Everything was handmade, and they did a really good job. So they kind of go in detail on that. I haven't gone through all the archive footage, but there's a lot. There's the original making of. There's some retrospectives, and but some of the newly there's newly filmed stuff with the cinematographer, the director, the writer, stuff like that. But the only thing I kind of missed was Fred Ward. Fred Ward. I thought he died, so I was like, well, maybe he died and he's not in the movie. No, he's still alive somewhere. You know, almost what Michael Gross is was in it, but they couldn't get Fred Ward. Notable. He's basically the other half of that movie. So I mean, Kevin Bacon was cool enough to show up. But yeah, grab this, especially in this format right now that they're still available. Grab it while you can before they sell the bare bones version, because this one is stuffed with a lot of stuff, a lot of content, and I'm really glad that I picked this up, and I believe you should too if you're a fan of this movie. If I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it probably a 9 out of 10. Just not just because of the picture quality. The picture quality was it's fine, it's good. I mean, it's not gonna blow. It's not gonna blow your OLED or 4K TV. It's not. You're not gonna be like using it as a reference quality. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have a party. People over for a party when everything is safe to do so. You're not gonna be like, check out my new TV and let me throw in Tremors to to show you what my TV could do. But it still looks great. This movie's still a lot of fun 30 years later, and I'm absolutely glad I picked it up. If I had to give it an overall rating, it'll probably be a 9 out of 10. All right, guys. Until next time, you guys have a good one.